didn't want to say my name was Dave to a motherfucker named Running Coyote. This don't feel good enough. He just put me on the spot.
To put on the spot means to cause someone to be under duress of some type. It could be positive, or it can also be negative too. You can imagine it as similar to the idea of a spotlight. If you're an actor on stage and you're on the spot, it means it's time for you to perform. You better do what you're expected to do. Or if there's a problem at work and you're on the spot, well, you better come up with a way to solve the problem, because if you don't, you could be in big trouble, even if you give it a good go. Similarly, if it's a police spotlight that you're in, which means you're being targeted, then it can be kind of negative. So if you do something wrong and then you get caught, or if you were to get blamed for something, which maybe it was your fault, maybe it wasn't, then you are on the spot. You're in trouble of some type, and you better come up with some way to get yourself out of that trouble. Put on the spot can also mean that you're in a normal encounter, but the other person or these other people are making you feel uncomfortable for no particular special reason. So, for example, if you come into work one day and all of a sudden your boss wants to know so let's say you come into work one day and your boss calls you into the office and the big boss is there and he wants you to justify everything that you've been doing, then you're said to be on the spot. You didn't necessarily do anything wrong, but all of a sudden you're being put in a very demanding situation which you were not expecting. In this sense, the idea of on the spot means that someone is asking you embarrassing questions that you weren't expecting, or they're being demanding, again, in a way that you weren't expecting, where you have to respond in some manner. I've been dating this girl for the past 2 weeks, and then she really put me on the spot by asking me if I thought that she was somebody that I could marry. A few years ago, I got some tickets to go see the Oprah show, which I thought was pretty good. But then all of a sudden, Oprah walks right up to me, sticks a microphone in my face, and starts asking me questions and put me completely on the spot on national TV, which I was not expecting at all.
It's a mistake. I'm not trying to offend you. Some people say all black people look alike. We don't get bent out of shape. We normally just call those people police, okay?
Get bent out of shape means that somebody gets angry to the point where they aren't acting particularly normal anymore. Almost like you can imagine some object where you bend the object so it doesn't really even look like the original object anymore. It might look like some broken shape. For example, a car that gets into a wreck where it's completely bent out of shape. So similarly, the idea is that if a person gets angry for some reason, and oftentimes beyond justification for the cause, again, that's said to be getting bent out of shape. So for example, if someone shows up late at work, the boss just starts screaming at the person, then the boss got out of shape. He got bent out of shape because of the person was late. And it's also used as a refrain. So if somebody gets angry at you for some reason, you can say, don't get bent out of shape. Let's just address this in a rational way. There's been a rumor the last 2 weeks that the company was getting ready to lay off some people. So the boss called a meeting and told everybody not to get bent out of shape. That yes, there will be a few layoffs, but it's only going to affect 5% of the employees, and those are going to be the least productive employees. So if people are doing a good job, they can be very confident they won't get fired. My friend Mike, he forgot his wife's birthday last year. She got bent completely out of shape. He really got it. So he made sure never to forget her birthday ever again. So he put a reminder. So he put out a bunch of reminders everywhere so he wouldn't forget her birthday again.
That's all for today. Tom Taylor is an ESL tutor. He teaches English in the United States and outside, all over the world using Skype. He can be reached at his website, which is
ESL-fullsteamahead.com.
Click on this link and check out his website and email with questions. Thank you, Tom, and I'll talk to you next time.
Thank you.